Yo, good morning. I've been waiting to make this video. Look, Stephen A. Smith, he went on Joe Budden's podcast. You know, they had a conversation. Mac's name came up. Y'all know Max used to be on the show with Stephen A. Max had to, be on a different slot, not be on First Take anymore. But boom, bada bam. Y'all know the whole thing. When it happened, yo, I'm not gonna hold you. I always was like, what is Stephen A. talking about? That him and Max, they hit their peak. They hit their ceiling. And they couldn't go any further. Because I really like Max. Like, listen, Stephen A. is super polarizing. I give him all the props. He's a legend. You know what I'm saying? I like Stephen A. He said things in the past that I disagreed with. But overall, like, I salute to him, man. And he's somebody to look up to, for sure. You know what I mean? I'm looking at him and I'm looking at Max. And I like the chemistry. I'm always entertained, you know? They both performing. Well, I think Max was more analytical and Stephen A. was performing. And I like that. Stephen A. would always downplay Max, but I wouldn't see Max get flustered. You know what I'm saying? Max would still stick with his point. I like that chemistry. Now, here's the thing. Hindsight is 2020, right? All right, Max leaves First Take. First Take grows, gets like better numbers, right? And because Stephen A. has this rotational show going on, rotational format. And it's cool because it worked, right? For Max leaving the show, because it worked, Stephen A. can say, see, I told y'all. We hit a ceiling, and to do better, we had to restructure. But at the end of the day, when I go back and I see that T.O. interview where T.O. was saying Max is blacker than you, and there was a point in time in the culture where people were saying Max is welcome to the cookout and Stephen A. is not. Y'all remember, because Max used to be a rapper. You go check out his rap videos. People were trying to. Black people were trying to put Max in this black category as this white guy who understands us. And they're looking at Stephen A. like Uncle Tom, Coon, or whatever, Sambo, whatever. That's the image they was trying to portray. And I think that was affecting Stephen A.'s brand. And Stephen A., being as smart as he is, probably realized, yo, if you stay here, you're going to have an impact on my black card. And I am black. I shouldn't even have a black card. But they acting like I can't come to the cookout and you can. Well, you got to go. I'm going to show everybody this power that I have. You got to go. And I believe when Max was out, Stephen A. probably worked the hardest to make sure the show doesn't go down, the numbers go up, so he can always prove his point like, yo, I made the right decision. But going back, I'm like, I think a bit of it had to do with the whole friction that the community was causing, with between Max and Stephen A., which had to do with skin color and who was black and, you know what I mean, who belongs and who's for the people. You know what I'm saying? So I think in this case, I think Stephen A. didn't want to keep that narrative going. And as you can see, since Max left, that narrative is not standing like it was before. You know what I'm saying? And even him bringing Shannon Sharpe in there has promoted Stephen A. as for the people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure Stephen A. has done a lot for his people, HBCU, all of that. You know what I mean? But he's been able to, I don't know if you've seen his rebrand, even his health. You know what I'm saying? He's been rebranding and he looks new and sharp, as ever. Whereas, we don't know where Max is, whereas Skip's numbers is not doing as well, So as a boss, sometimes you got to make the tough decisions, man. You got to be cutthroat. Business is business. So there's people that's going to look at Stephen A. like, oh my God, I can't believe you did this to Max and da-da-da-da-da. But the funny thing is, Fox did it to Shannon Sharpe. You know what I'm saying? Skip did it to Shannon Sharpe. You know what I'm saying? They do it to brothers every day. You know, so if Stephen A had to do what he had to do, then that's what he did. But at the end of the day, I did like Max, and I do think it was personal more than business. That's what I think.